Yo, what is up guys, Trevor here, and today we're going to take a look at Chrono Odyssey. Chrono Odyssey is going to be an upcoming MMORPG with an open world focus coming to PC and console in the 2025 year. We're going to be getting this game hopefully before the end of the year, but we haven't had any more information on that. Now what I do want you to do is go over and head over to their Twitter and follow their official Chrono Odyssey page. It looks just like this, what you see on the screen right now. And once you do that, you're going to go ahead and scroll down and grab their wish list on whatever platform you're going to be playing the game on: Steam, Epic Game Store, PlayStation Store, or the Xbox Store. Now this video is going to be about the classes that we've seen so far, so we're going to go ahead and jump into this video right now. But thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and give this video a like, and go ahead and subscribe if you want to. Yeah. So first up, we have the Swordsman. Fighting in the vanguard, they halt enemy hordes and adapt from fierce warriors to sturdy walls as needed. They can freely wield different types of swords and excel in close combat, a dependable presence on any battlefield. So from the current image, you're going to be able to see that the Swordman has a one-handed sword that he's going to be able to use. In this image, you're going to be able to see that he has a bigger sword, which is probably a two-handed sword, to be honest. And that kind of fits the description of him being able to use different types of swords. Now you're probably wondering, what type of swordsman only uses a one-handed sword with no, type of shield or any type of other weapon in that hand, right? Well, in one of the videos they posted on their Twitter, and this is also part of one of the trailers, you can see he can use a sword and shield as part of his arsenal. So you will be able to use a one-handed sword with a shield. And you can also see he's using some type of lightning attacks. With that, he's able to block a heavy hit from what's coming from the enemy. And then here you can see another clip of him fighting another enemy that's using a two-handed sword itself, but he's using the one-hand sword and shield to fight this enemy and using it to block and initiating some thrusts, as well as some rolls and just basic things you'll see from a sword type user. Alright, so the next class is going to be the Paladin. The Paladin uses what seems to be a tower shield and a lance. They're dedicated to protecting those under their care, but don't let their selfless kindness fool you. Wielding a mace or lance imbued with holy powers, their weapons are more formidable than those of ordinary warriors. On the battlefield, your position relative to these holy warriors will dictate whether you experience sanctuary or divine punishment. So from speculation side, I'm seeing that this is a short lance that they're using here in this picture along with the tower shield. Whereas in this picture, they're using more of a halberd style spear. I'm not sure exactly what to call that, but this is also the same class, the Paladin, that was placed on the Twitter post. And then we don't have any pictures of them holding the mace, but we do have video of that coming right up. So here you can see the Paladin using the mace and shield combination and activating a buff, which looks like it's going to be a defensive style buff, and then switching to the lance or spear itself and activating some attack. And now here you see them switching directly just to the spear itself and running in and fighting this humongous boss. But between these two clips, you can see more of how the game is going to play between just this one character and its two weapon sets. And as you can tell, the game has action combat. It doesn't look like he's actually locked on to the enemy. He's just attacking where the hitbox of the enemy would be. Now for the Sorcerer, we don't see any other altered style weapon between the two pictures that we're given. So we're kind of just going with the fact that the Sorcerer has a staff. Their immense knowledge of magical powers is a grave concern for anyone who faces them. Don't let their scholarly appearance fool you into thinking they're an easy target. Just when you think you've caught them, they'll vanish before your eyes, and you might find yourself frozen in the spot. Literally. Well, like I said, there's not much to show between this picture and the next picture of the Sorcerer or Sorceress, because they don't show any other weapon besides the staff. And in this video of the Sorcerer, you can see that she has the ability to blink backwards. I'm hoping that's an omnidirectional blink, but we'll see when the game comes out. She also has the ability to cast fire and ice to freeze the enemies, and apparently the ice shatters enemies. And in this clip, you can see her use like what seems to be like a fire eruption, and then maybe some type of area of effect ground skill. Not really sure what that is. It looks like she switches to a book as well, so her second weapon might be a book. I mean, there's quite a bit going on in this clip, to be honest. She switches from the staff to what seems to be a book to cast what might be a buff or some type of incantation, maybe a barrier, but we'll have to wait and see what more comes out with the character when the game does release. But it's confirmed in this clip here that the blink is actually omnidirectional. Lately I've been playing the magic class whenever I do play MMOs, so I'm kind of wondering if this blink is going to be a 2x blink or just a 1-time blink, and how we're going to be able to play with this as a class itself going forward into the future of the game, and how I'm going to be able to mix this up when it comes to PvP, because I'm a huge PvP nerd. Well, less of a nerd, more of an enthusiast. But speaking of PvP and the class that's usually most famous for PvP, the Assassin class is the next class we're going to be talking about. Now, the Assassin class, I'm not sure how this one really works out because I've seen a video that kind of pushes 3 different things here. However, we're going to go ahead and talk about the weapon she has right now, which is a Katar. The Katar is, of course, the 2-bladed weapons. What you see, it's a very extravagant Katar because it has extra blades on the side, just I guess for extra angles of attacking. It's an assassin, so it's going to be a deadly class. Whatever their target sees before their life fades away, it won't be the assassin. Their swift approach is difficult for even the trained eyes to follow. The aim of the musket is as sharp as the wrist blades they wield, swiftly dealing death to their targets. For those deemed enemy of these assassins, it's only a matter of time before they meet their end. So here's where the questions start, because she has a guitar as a weapon, but she also has a musket according to the description, and then she also has a longsword. So what's really going on with this class? Here's the only clip I was able to find of her actually using the longsword though. It's a pretty quick clip, but that's the only confirmation we have. Next up is a clip of her using the Katar and the musket to finish off a group of enemies. The only question that comes to mind now is she going to be the only class using 3 weapons, or will there be more? Then we have the Ranger class, who excels at using a longbow and a rapier. Their mastery of bows and long-range combat is impeccable. Enemies who think closing the distance will work in their favor are in for a surprise, as the Ranger's rapier makes quick work of them. Their speed and range are their greatest assets, ensuring they strike before foes even have the time to react, making them formidable on any battlefield. They didn't provide us with a picture of her with her rapier, but we do have a video of that coming right up. I feel like this video right here is a perfect representation of what the game's combat speed is going to look like, and how the game will be played when it comes to action combat. Generally, putting a ranger in a tight space like this would be a problem, but you can see she can actually move herself back while using skills to put distance between her and the enemies, and then still switch into her rapier and dispatch who she needs to dispatch. Out of all the classes I've seen so far, the Ranger is probably going to be my favorite. And so the last class on the list, of course, is going to be the Berserker. Fearlessly charge into battle with raw power and relentless attacks that leave enemies trembling. Observers say their boundless rage knows no limits. If you find yourself on the wrong side of the battlefield against these warriors, you will soon realize that your time is up. Now, I know in this image it's hard to see, but this is actually going to be a twin blade style Berserker, as well as the great axe style Berserker. Now, we don't have any direct Berserker gameplay, but there was a clip in the video earlier where the Sorcerer was fighting a enemy in the forest with a group of people, and you can see the Berserker on the left hand side of the screen. So if you pay attention to the left hand side, you can see the Berserker using a skill similar to how Kratos fights in God of War, where he swings the blades that he's using connected to chains. So we might be getting a fighting style kind of like that. However, that's all the footage we have for the Berserker, and that's pretty much it for this video as well. Hopefully we get some more information later on, or soon, to be honest. For those of you who made it this far, I want to thank you for watching the video. Please like, subscribe, and share to a friend that might be interested in Chrono Odyssey or MMOs coming in the future. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.